Hello, lovely people of YouTube. How are you today? Today, we are going to make these beautiful, beautiful earrings with some seed beads, some thread, which is a proper nylon thread, ponies, beading needles, some tape, scissors, and without further ado, let's get started. So let's begin with what we will need. I have this thread, which is a normal sewing thread. This is strong thread. I have this pony's measuring tape. I have beading needles and the needle threader. And I have a bunch of beads here. This is my collection of bead, and I have one space empty. So maybe you can tell me which color I should get for here. And then I have this beautiful pearl earrings. This is kind of my hack for this. You can also use a separate pearl and a earring backing, which I will show somewhere on the screen what I mean by that. And with these tools, let's get started. So let me get my needle from here. I have lost one and broken one of these needles now. And these needles are very thin and bendy, and they are perfect for beading because then you can pass them through any beads. You can see it is really bendy and it has a very tiny, tiny eye. Now, what I've done is I have taken a length of this and I have two ends of the thread in my hand. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass both these ends through the needle here. So I have threaded this needle with two ends of the thread going in, and I have the rounder end here. And now we are going to start with the main earrings. So I'm going to keep these pearls aside. I'm going to use three colors today. Of these, I am going to use the white, the golden, and the red. So let me start with the red ones. What I'm going to do first is take four red beads. There are four red beads in my needle, and then I'm going to slide them. And when I reach the bottom, I'm going to pass this needle through this loop. So that in itself will create a knot kind of structure here. Now I have four beads like this in my hand. Now I'm going to pass this needle through two of these beads, the upper two. This is going to secure this. So I have these four beads like this now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab two more beads in the needle, then slide them down. I'm going to pass the needle through this corner bead like this. So the two beads are now on top of the first four beads. Then I'm going to take this thread, place it between these initial two beads. Now I'm separating them just to show you. This is the first two beads. So I'm going to place this thread there and then pass the needle through these vertical two beads. That is to secure these. We are going to repeat that procedure again and again and again. So now look at this very carefully once again. I am going to take two beads in my needle, slide them down, and then I am going to pass this needle through this corner bead. Now these two beads are horizontally above the first two beads. I'm going to take the thread, place it between these two beads now, and pass the needle through the vertical two beads. Once again, this is secure now. I will show that one more time. Take two beads, pass the needle through this corner bead, pull it through all the way, then place your thread between these two beads and pass the needle through the vertical two beads. I hope that is clear. If it is not, let's look at it one more time. Take two beads in your needle, slide them down, pass your needle through this corner bead, take the thread, keep it horizontally between that corner bead and its adjacent bead, and then pass the needle through these vertical two beads. And you keep on repeating this until you achieve a length of about 3 centimeters. So how will we know that? We will measure it with this pony's measuring tape. So now we are somewhere about 1 centimeter, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beads row. So I think 18 beads row will get me to 3 centimeters. So you have to keep adding beads and measuring it. And let me do it really quickly and show you how it looks. So I have reached to about 2 centimeters, and I think this much length is enough for me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch colors. So now I am going to take the golden color and repeat the same procedure again. So I'm taking 2 beads of golden, sliding them down, then passing it through this corner red bead and placing the thread here and passing through the 2 vertical beads. And once again, I'm going to repeat this until I've reached another 2 centimeters. So as you can see, we have achieved a length of 4 centimeters, 2 for red, 2 for golden. So now I'm going to proceed with the white color and do the same thing, sliding 2 white beads inside the needle all the way down, then passing it through this corner golden bead and then passing through these 2 vertical beads. After achieving this much length, the thread naturally slides down under these 2 beads. It becomes easier when you achieve a certain length. So let's keep going and make a 6 centimeter long chain. So you can see now it is 6 centimeters. Now what we have to do is we are going to add another row of beads to this of similar color. So to do that, I am going to take 1 bead. Now since we are at the white strip, we'll do the white bead. Take it inside the needle and place my beading needle through this corner bead like so. So the bead slides in and then pass the same needle through this bead vertically. So it is secured here as the third line. Once again, take the next bead in, pass it through the next white bead like so, and then pass the needle vertically through the bead we just put in. And I'm going to continue to do this for all the beads. I'll show you one more time. Take the bead inside the needle, pass the needle through this third white bead now, 1, 2, 3, like so, and then pass the needle vertically through the bead. I'm going to continue to do this for the rest of the beads and rest of the colors. So once we have finished with the white beads, we are going to shift to the golden ones and repeat the same procedure as we were doing. Just slide in a bead in the needle, pass the needle from up to down through this golden bead, and then pass it vertically through the golden bead that we just added. Pass through the golden bead of the second round. So now that we have finished the third line for all 3 colors, what we are going to do is we are going to tie a knot with this little row of beads. And for that, I am going to simply pass this white color through the opening over here. It will be a little easier if you make a longer row. To make a longer row, what you have to do is we did for 2 centimeters for each color. You can do 3 centimeters or 2.5 centimeters. That is also possible. But for me, I like smaller earrings. So I am going to stick with this 2 centimeter. Now, once I've done this, I'm going to bring this white end towards the red end. And I'm simply going to pass my needle to 2 of these white beads like so and pull it through. Once again, I am going to go to this side, pass through 2 of these white beads, pull it through, and then pass through 2 of the red beads on this side and pull it. Make sure that 2 ends are really close together, otherwise the thread will show, right? Then I'm going to do the last 2 beads on this side and last 2 beads on this side, pull it through, and then I'm just going to secure this. I'm just going to pass it through this singular bead over here once or twice and snip this thread off. Now I'm going to adjust this to my liking so that all the three colors are visible and it makes a pretty shape, something like this. Now comes the fun part. Since I've already have these pearl earrings, what I'm going to do is pass my pearl through this, somewhat like this. Then I can close it from the behind. And simply like this, my first earring is ready. I'm going to do one more like this for the other ear, of course, and I'll show you how the two look. So here we have finished both these earrings and these look very pretty. You can use different color beads, you can use different sizes, you can actually use a pearl bead over here and then you can stitch it in the earring. You can make, if you want to do that, you have to do the earring a little bigger. So for example, I'm just showing. So if you want your pearl to fit in here, just do the length of the earring a little bit bigger. I have done a 6 centimeter length. You can do 7 or 8 centimeter so that your pearl can easily fit in here. And what I've used are all the seed beads, so you can easily replicate this entire project with the colors of your choice. Make them as a gift you want to give your loved ones for Christmas. And please, please, please do not forget to share your creations with us, like our channel, share this video with your loved ones. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get notified every time we place a new video. So see you next time and bye bye.